Sports. So hello, and welcome to the Simulation Super Bowl Challenge with me, Chris, and my brother Nick. Today we will be taking you to what I expect to be somewhere around mid-season as we get through these games. Last time we saw the Raiders defeat the Cleveland Browns and the Cardinals narrowly lose to the Chicago Bears, and this week we will probably find out how the seasons shape up and whether we will compete or not down the stretch. So sit back, relax, enjoy. Not a good week 2 for our Raiders as they come back from their big win against the Browns in week 1 and lose horrifically against the Dolphins. So let's see what happened here. You see the yards gained, not great for the Raiders. You see time of possession, okay, but not a good start. 2 turnovers as well for the Raiders, so that's probably where it went wrong. Ryan Tannehill, who, remember, is back with the Miami Dolphins, has a massive day against us, and Memes has a very mediocre day, to put it lightly. Jacobs not too much better either. Receiving wise, Waller again had a decent day. He'll probably be a big part of this year's offense, but not great for us. Trent Brown there, allowing 3 sacks. That's not good from him. Defense, do we have any positives? Well, Bud Dupree had a positive day for the Dolphins. 3.5 sacks for him. Maurice Hurst got a sack as well, and we got no turnovers, unfortunately. So a terrible day to start off this episode for the Raiders.
And in week 2, the Arizona Cardinals fall to 0-2, but narrowly. At least we're staying in games, unlike Chris's Raiders, getting demolished by Ryan Tannehill. Not a great day for Murray there. Marlon Mack not showing much so far. Murray had quite a few yards on the ground, and Mack with a fumble as well, which you don't want to see in his second game for the team. OJ Howard has a nice day, but not much to note here for our offense. Apart from Robbie Anderson not getting involved much, and Jordan Hicks, of course, with the most tackles as usual, and only the 1 sack for us today from Arik Armstead.
So week 3 is in the books, and you can see it was not a positive day for our offense, only scoring 3 points, only getting 301 yards, which is quite low for an entire offense, and a loss as well. So an all-round bad day with 3 turnovers as well. As we go into the player stats, though, we can see that Dalton got quite a lot of time here, sort of 50-50 with Memes, and I have bad news coming up for you, brethren. So yeah, bad days for both the passers, not a great day for any of our rushers, not a great day for our offense. On defense, did we get any positive play at all? Buckner came through pretty big, as well as Crosby. So nice to see that we are getting some defensive production, as well as Carl Joseph getting an interception. But the big news of this game was that Dank Memes got injured, and I can report, if we go to the injury report, that Dank Memes is out for 8 weeks with a broken toe. Seems like a long time to be out with a broken toe, I suppose. You know, you hear the stories of the NFL players playing through broken ribs and stuff, but Memes apparently doesn't want to tough it out. He just wants to sit on at home for 8 weeks. So I think we probably have to put him on IR, which obviously sucks as well. And we're probably going to have to ride Dalton unless there is a good free agent QB. I'm going in blind here, so we're going to see if there's anyone who I could sign reliably. Kyle Allen is the top guy, and we're probably going to have to bring him in as a backup to Dalton. Yeah, and see how it goes.
And now the Cardinals will be taking on the 0-2 LA Rams, who have really forced themselves into quite the hole with their cap. They have pretty much just 2 star players, and the rest of the team is not very good. So we'll see how they do. Their offense is probably their strength with wide receiver. However, their O-line is not very good. I simmed through the first play by accident, as the Rams come out with a play action for Jared Goff, and he has to throw it away under pressure there. I'm not sure who had the pressure on that, but a good start for the defense. Maybe they can force a 3 and out straight away. Again, the O-line is their biggest weakness, as Todd Gurley cannot rush past our defensive line. Of course, we know where their strength lies, and that would be with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. They have a decent quarterback in Jared Goff, and their receivers are actually really good, with Cooper Kupp at 87 overall now, I think, as Kyler comes out and hands off to Marlon Mack. Oh no, that's Kenyon Drake. And he breaks one tackle and tries to break away from another and gets 3 yards on our first play. We could really use a win here. I'm watching this game because we need it. We need to beat this team. They're 0-2, we're 0-2, but we should be better than them. As Kyler dumps off over the middle for a first down to Christian Kirk, and we're hoping for some good production for him, as he's now a superstar development. I was going to say X Factor, but he's not there quite yet. He's just a superstar, as Kyler goes over the middle to... Is that Max Williams there? It is. And he gets 23 yards. Again, we're already driving down the field. I hope for better finishes to our drives this week, as we didn't really have it last week, as Kyler drops back and tries to throw towards Jalen Ramsey. That's just not going to happen. Now the Rams on second down are showing a blitz to the weak side, as Kyler hands it off on the delay and Marlon Mack loses 3. So a long third down here, 3rd and 13. Could really use with converting here. As Kyler scrambles about, and Aaron Donald is not going to give you that much time. So he gets the sack, forces the punt on this possession, 4th and 20, and we kick for the touchback as Gurley rushes for 2, and then they lose 10 on a penalty, so 2nd and 18. They gain the 10 back to Brandon Cooks, and a sack for Derek Barnett, the free agency acquisition. They punt away. Now the Cardinals have it. Already to the 42, and a big third down. Let's see how we can do on this 3rd and short. And then if we convert, I will watch the rest. I'm expecting a decent performance here for the offense, as Kyler dumps off of the middle for Robbie Anderson, who didn't show much to us in the last game, but he picks up 10 there already for a good conversion. We'll watch the rest. Hopefully we'll take the lead here. As Kyler drops back on the delayed handoff to Marlon Mack, and he gains just a couple. That evens out to 0 yards with his previous rush. Let's hope you can get an actual good production this game, as we throw the screen to Andy Isabella. He's going nowhere. 3rd and 8 now. Kyler in the pistol. See the left tackle there. Got the superstar ability. But he can't protect us on his own, as the right tackle gives up the sack. And we will need to kick here, so let's simulate that kick. And it's blocked. Rosas might need to pick his game up here if he's going to keep his job, as the Rams now will simulate their possession. They get the first down into our territory. Goff throws away. And again. And they pick up the 12, so they're probably going to score points here and take the lead off this possession. Let's find out. Goff comes out. Gurley in the backfield. And he breaks through to the 2nd level to pick up 13 on that carry. We need to do more to plug up that run game there, because that was too easy. Gurley gets the handoff again. And again, not much there until the 2nd level, and he picks up 8. Start of the 2nd quarter. after Rosas's blocked field goal and a tackle in the backfield. Was that Jordan Hicks? No, it's Zach Allen. Of course it's Zach Allen. He's the best playmaker on this team. Even though he's only about 73 overall. Very good in this game. For some reason. He just always shows up. As Goff fires to the curl. And that's broken up. So they will settle for a field goal also. Tyler Higbee couldn't make the catch. Covered there by Byron Murphy. And Zerline gives the Rams the lead. It's 3-0 in this first half. As Mack rushes for 5 and then gets 4. And then we can't convert the third down. Very disappointed in what our offense has done. And now the Rams seem to be getting something going here on offense. They've got a few big plays here into our territory. I'll just sim this drive. See what our defense can do on the sim. As we force what might be a 59-yard field goal. And Zerline misses. So now let's see what we can do. I've only watched a few plays on offense, even though we're already well into the second quarter of this game. I haven't seen much. So I'll keep watching until they show that they're not going to do much. As Kenyon Drake loses a yard and loses his place as he is injured. So now Marlon Mack will probably take all of his carries away. As Kyler fires wide, and that is also incomplete. Trying to complete to Robbie Anderson. The coverage has been good, which you'd only really expect from Ramsey in this team, because the rest of the corners are not very good. As Aaron Donald breaks through again. 2 sacks on the day now. And it's just not looking good for our offense, as Kenyon Drake has a dislocated thumb. So then we punt the ball away, and the Rams will have their offense here. As Todd Gurley rushes for an 85-yard touchdown. Salting the wounds there. Because we can't get anything going there. Instantly scoring touchdowns. Let's see what Marlon Mack can do here. He gets 8. And then Christian Kirk for 23. Force the second down. Force the third down. I expect so much more from Kyler Murray than what he's giving me right here. I'm not sure if he is going to be good enough for this team. I don't know if he's going to lose me my job, because he's just not performing right now. Jared Goff's outplaying him, which you wouldn't really want to see, because I would have thought that Goff would have been, well, not as good, at least in this game. As they punt, I don't think we'll be doing much here. No, we're not. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Because we got something going, and then Kyler just couldn't complete a pass. And it went for 4th down. So Aaron Donald is in the zone. I am terrified of that. As he makes the tackle there after Mack managed to break 1 tackle. Maybe the O-line just isn't as fixed as I would hope it would be. I would wish that the AI would double team Aaron Donald on every play, because you would in real life, but they add the superstar X factors and then don't give you any way to really stop them. So that's a shame. Hopefully something to fix in the future, as Kyler will need to throw here, and he aims downfield but out of bounds. 6 of 13 for 69, and we're already into the second half. He is not playing well, but I'm not sure Bortles is going to offer anything more than him. That's not a good punt either. Let's see what their offense does now, because maybe our defense can make a play that can get us back in the game. And you never want to say you're out of the game after only being 10 points down. But already Gurley just marching his way through. Open field there for him. No real resistance to his running. It's a shame, because I've gone playoffs here. I'm not sure that's going to manufacture into anything, as finally a play, and who else but Buda Baker on the interception with a huge play to stop the Rams' momentum there. We needed that so much. Now please just give me something here. Show me something. Get the quick passing game going, just something. as Kyler completes out wide on the first down play, and he gains a first down. I'm not sure who was on the catch there. But good throw from Kyler to start the drive as Marlon Mack breaks a tackle and another. But now he's hurt. That is terrible. Why has the game got to do that to me? Let's hope he's not out like Kenyon Drake is, but that was a great run from him. But that might be the end of his day, as now Chase Edmonds checks in. There's a flag on the play, and that will be a personal foul. I thought that'd be holding. That's a face mask, which gives us an automatic first down, half the distance to the 4. So now come on offense. Could really use with this. We come out, goal line personnel. We go for the play action, which never works. So now we have second goal from the 13. This is more like it as we spread them out. See what we do. Man in motion there across the formation as Kyler takes the snap. He doesn't have all day as Aaron Donald again gets the sack. That's third and goal from the 24. It's his 5th sack already this year. He's got 3 against us, so it'd be nice if the X factors just weren't absolutely terrible as Kyler breaks one tackle. But now we started from the 4 and we're kicking from the 33. Good thing he made that one. Okay, now we just need another play from the defense, something, maybe a stop. Gurley rushes for a first down. Now it's 3rd and 5, and they convert to Higbee. 3 yards for Gurley, -2 for Gurley. Let's find out what happens here. Could have really used with a touchdown there, but Aaron Donald is just too good. I'm not sure we're ever going to stop him while we're watching, as Goff has all day and then just dumps it off for Cooper Kupp. That was just so easy for them. Maybe we're a bend don't break kind of defense, as we force a 3rd and 13 here, and we will force the 4th down and a field goal, which is good. So it's a 2-score game. We are down. Our offense should be the strength of this team, but it's not. So I don't know what's going on. As Marlon Mack is back in the game, and he converts, but he's only averaging about 2 yards a carry here. Christian Kirk rushes. Why are we running the ball if we can't do it? As now, I'm not sure if we'll go for this, but I'll watch just in case, and we are going for it. Donald is not in the zone anymore, which is huge because we could really use with him not being in the zone, but he instantly sheds the block, as that looked like he could have caught it there, but I think it was an offensive lineman who was running for it. I wouldn't have recommended going for that, as the Rams get it in our territory now. They get -3 and then a sack for Zach Allen and an incompletion, so they'll have to punt away. That is huge for us, as Max Williams gets a completion. Big conversion for 21 yards. Another 21 yards to Kenyon Drake. I thought he would have to sit out the game as he's injured again. I'm not sure how that worked, but it happened, as the Cardinals are driving now. Close to the red zone. We are in the red zone now. But now we take a sack. It's 3rd and 8. Let's find out what we can do here. Aaron Donald is there on every play. Luckily now he's up against our left tackle. Oh no, he's not. He's against Ed and Eddie, but Kyler Murray can dump it off for a first down. It looks like that's Marlon Mack there. In fact, I'll sim this drive to see what we can do in the sim, as Christian Kirk gets a touchdown. That is interesting. Okay. If they reach midfield, I'll watch. If not, okay, they convert. -4 yard rush there. He gets it back with 5 and an incompletion. Okay, what can the Cardinals do? Oh dear. An interception on the first play of the drive. This is an 0-2 team. The Rams, I mean, also us, but they shouldn't be outmatching us here. I'm watching this play just to see what they can do, and he is wide open. Cooper Kupp there for the touchdown. 1 yard pass from Jared Goff. I'm not confident about anything that this team can do anymore, as Jalen Ramsey gets an interception. Wow. This changes everything. I may have to go in here. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm benching him for at least today. I can't be having this, because that's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. We were in the game, and he throws 2 picks, and we're straight out of it again. Now Bortles is in the game, and Gaillard's injured, which I'm not sure it's a huge loss, but he is our starting centre, so hopefully not out for too long. Bortles is getting us down the field. We will have to settle. Oh no, we'll keep going for it. But we have lost this game, as he throws an interception as well, but this one matters way less than the others did, as we lose 27-10 to the now 1-2 Rams, putting us back to 0-3. Worrying times for the Arizona Cardinals and Mr. Manager.
And so now we start the game of the Raiders in week 4. We are playing against the Washington Redskins, and we will kick it off to them. And they will start at the 25-yard line. Dalton starting this week for the injured memes, of course, as the Redskins with Haskins giving it off for a short run to start. That's to Blades. Not sure who Blades is. Must be a draft pick, I assume, but Buckner is there on the tackle, and they get a 1-yard gain to start off the game. Come out with 2 tight ends now, and Haskins will hand off again, and that one's Geis for 4 yards. So the Redskins showing us a 2-back sort of scheme, as now it's 3rd and 5 and a chance to get our offense on the field straight away, but the Redskins complete, and they will get a first down. And they are up to the 38-yard line. That one is Philip Dorsett on the catch. So a half-decent start for the Redskins as they get the ball moving. Can we get some pressure? No. Haskins all day to throw, and he finds his tight end down the middle of the field. That is number 87, Rhett Allison, once of the Minnesota Vikings. And now they are into Raiders territory, all the way up at the 33-yard line. And Haskins is going to turn around and hand this one off, and it's a short run for a 4-yard gain, Geis again. Now you can see Geis' season stats. Seems to be having an okay season so far, as now they come out in a 2 tight end set. Haskins will take the ball, and he will hand it off. I think that might be Geis again, who picks up a first down. Not a great start for this Raiders defense, as we might need the defense to step up a bit without memes, with Dalton starting. Rumors of a potential trade for Bills backup Drew Brees was out there, but apparently the Raiders and Bills were unable to agree to terms for the veteran, who is backing up Josh Allen. 2nd and 17 after that big sack, and it's a short run for no gain, and so this is going to bring up a long 3rd and 17 and a chance for the Raiders to get off the field. They show blitz. Will they come with a blitz? They do, off the edge, and Haskins has time to throw. He throws down the middle, incomplete. Did have a man there. It was a tight window intended for his tight end Rhett Ellison again, but incomplete, and now we see the field goal go through from Jake Elliott, and we have the ball now in the hands of Andy Dalton and this offense. Dalton backed up by Kyle Allen. If Dalton struggles, we might have to see what Kyle Allen can do, as Dalton will hand off this time. That one's to James White, and he picks up a short gain of 3. Come out in a 1-back set, receivers out wide, and here's Dalton wearing his number 14, and we see a completion And that one is just short, I think, yes, of a first down. So it's going to be 3rd and inches. That one was Keith on the catch. And now we see Dalton. He will throw, and it goes out wide, and it is caught by Will Fuller for a first down. And the Raiders get the chains moving. So Dalton, shotgun again. Jacobs alongside him. And here is the snap, and this one is a run, and Jacobs is going absolutely nowhere. The Redskins get a good stop. Decent start though for Dalton. Hopefully he can keep this up, and hopefully we won't see the turnovers that we saw from memes. As now Dalton, bit of pressure coming off the edge, but he completes down the field, and that was Hunter Renfrow on the catch. A great catch from Renfrow, gets them 24 yards and into Redskins territory. See what Dalton can do from within the Redskins territory. Now he's got Jacobs behind him in the pistol. Dalton will throw it though, and he will complete it to Fuller on a short gain. Fuller obviously is sort of the burner in this offense and not as used to running those underneath routes, but we will ask him to do it due to the way our offense works. Here's Dalton, 2 tight ends again. Blitz coming, and Dalton's got to get rid of the ball, but he can't, and that one is Neighbors on the sack. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and very long 3rd and 15 from the 41. Just outside of field goal range maybe as well. Very long field goal range here as we see the Redskins show some pressure. And here's Dalton. He will take the snap. They bring a blitz and Dalton goes deep. And it is intercepted. And that one is Trey Waynes, ex-Minnesota Viking as well, on the pick wearing his number 26. And that's going to set the Redskins up at their own 6-yard line. An interception. Not the worst interception as we see the Redskins though start to march. It would have been nice if we could have kept them back there, but apparently not, as we see an injury to Geis, but then a penalty on Corey Littleton. Not good. There is Sean Blades and Bryce Love. And Bryce Love goes down as well, but then a 36-yard touchdown pass to Philip Dorsett, and it's not a good start, not a good first quarter for the Raiders so far. They need a response now from Dalton. And that's a decent start. Gets them a first down as well on the penalty from Apke. As Dalton is incomplete, but then completes to Hunter Renfrow. And the Raiders are moving in the right direction. And then a 51-yard touchdown to Renfrow. And the Raiders end the first quarter with a big bang, making this game 10-7 once more. So now the Redskins will come out on their drive, and they will start to drive here. As we see 2nd and 6, they get a first down. 1st and 10 now, it's incomplete, and now a 3rd and 3, and it's a penalty against Corey Littleton, which gives them a first down. As the Redskins continue to drive, 2nd and 4. -2 run from Love, and Haskins is incomplete, and that's going to hopefully bring out the field goal unit. And it does, and the Raiders are within 1 score still, as it's 13-7 this time. Dalton will throw it away, but then get a big completion to Keep Calm and Keith, which gets them up to the 40-yard line, and now a short run by Jacobs. Dalton, 3rd and 5, big down. It is incomplete, knocked away by Jonathan Allen, and they will have to punt it away. Redskins back with the ball, and it's intercepted by Nickis Moody. And that is going to bring up a red zone opportunity for the Raiders as Waller gets a big catch to the 5-yard line. And then a touchdown to Keep Calm and Keith. That might be his first of the season. And with an extra point, the Raiders can take the lead. And there is the extra point by Daniel Carlson, making this one 14-13. Redskins will come out after the interception, and Buckner gets a sack. Nice start for the Raiders. Dorsett gets the yardage back. 3rd and 10, 21-yard gain though to McLaurin, so they convert the 3rd and long. Our defense not doing so well, but there's another sack on Haskins, and let's watch this big 3rd and 10 now. Raiders showing pressure, as you can see. Will they bring pressure again? Haskins takes the snap. Pressure does come. It doesn't get there though, and it's free over the middle, the check down, and that is going to be enough for a first down all the way up to the 40-yard line. Redskins continue to move the ball. We'll go back to our normal simming now, and we see a 5-yard run, that time by Haskins. And then Bryce Love takes it for a first down. Redskins continue to drive. Love again, nice run. This time Reynolds on a reception. They're within the red zone now. as we are at the 2-minute warning. Ellison with a catch. Redskins trying to take the lead. They're at the 5-yard line. That one's knocked away by Mark Hilton, and that one is a touchdown to Rhett Ellison, who will give the Redskins the lead again. 1 minute drive now for the Raiders. Let's watch Andy Dalton and see what he can do. He's in the backfield with Jacobs. Redskins showing pressure. Here's the snap. Dalton takes it, and he's going to throw down the field, and it's caught for a big gain. I think that one is Keith on the completion, and that gets them to the 45-yard line. 1:01 left. Here's Dalton again. Split backs this time. Dalton with time, good protection. He steps up, he lets fly, and it could have been intercepted there. Risky throw by Dalton, who we've seen some struggles. As you see, we passed the ball a lot in this game. This time Dalton, Jacobs alongside him. Blitz comes, he throws into the blitz, and it's caught for a short gain. That one is Darren Waller. Bringing up a 3rd and 5. Big down here for Dalton and the Raiders. Can they try and score before the half? Here goes Dalton, and it is incomplete. I thought he had it for a second, but he didn't. And that's going to bring up 4th and 5 from the 50. And you'd expect the Raiders to punt from here, as we will hopefully get to the second half without the Redskins scoring. That's a knocked away pass. So that's nice. They run it with Bryce Love, so you'd imagine that it should bring up the end of the half pretty soon. They have to actually punt it, but I don't think the Raiders will be doing much with the ball there. So the Redskins will kick off, and we'll see what the Raiders can do with the ball this time. There's a 10-yard pass to Renfro. That one almost good enough for a first down. 3rd and inches now. Big conversion needed, and it is made by Darren Waller. Good play by him. This time a 1-yard rush by Dalton. 2nd and 9. A good run from Jacobs. Brings up 3rd and short again. Can they convert? They can. James White on the conversion, but this time he's going backwards 3 yards. Now a nice run by Jacobs brings up another 3rd and 5, and Dalton is sacked this time, putting them in extremely long field goal range, or a punt maybe. They go for the field goal, and it is incomplete. So now we need a big stand from our defense, as it's Redskins ball at the 50-yard line. Great starting field position for the Redskins. Here is Haskins under center. He brings a man in motion, and they snap the ball. They give it to, is that Love at this point? It is Bryce Love, who gets a very short gain. So now it's 2nd and 9 from the 49-yard line. Raiders showing pressure again. They've shown a lot of pressure in this game, and they've often brought it, but this time they drop back. Haskins, though, was that a design QB run? If it was, it worked, and he gets a massive gain. 19 yards all the way to the 30. Haskins not really known for his running ability, but he might be more athletic than we give him credit for. 1st and 10 now. They're up at the 30-yard line. Haskins, draw play, will give it off, and this one is a nice gain of about 6 yards to Blades. Redskins within scoring range. Not good for the Raiders. Any score would make it a 2-score game here. And Haskins now with a chance to throw, and he will throw, and it's caught, and that gets them up to the 14-yard line. And now the Redskins with a chance to punish that missed field goal from Carlson. It was a risky decision to go for a field goal from the 60. Here is the play. It goes to Blades, and he's got more yards there, all the way to the 8-yard line now on a counter play. And now they come out under center, heavier set, 2 tight ends. Running back in there is Love, and Love takes the ball, and he goes up to the 5-yard line, and that's going to make it 3rd and very short. From the 5, big play for both teams here. Redskins trying to extend their lead. They send running back in motion, Bryce Love. Haskins takes the snap. He's going to throw. He throws underneath. Touchdown, Redskins. And that is to Rhett Ellison again, who's been a menace for the Raiders today, as the Redskins take a 14-point lead, making it a 2-touchdown game. Let's just quickly watch to see if the Raiders can respond in any way. The kick return doesn't get back to the 25, so it's even worse starting position for Dalton, who will throw on first, and he gets a completion to Will Fuller on the slant. He's got 14. Good start for the Raiders. Dalton's stats looked pretty good. Obviously that missed field goal really hurt us there. But now he's got to really come back. Can he prove he's got what it takes? Screen pass. Not going anywhere that time though. That one to Will Fuller. Loses a yard, and so now nearing the end of the third quarter. Raiders 2nd and 11. 2 tight ends set again. Something we see from them quite often. It's play action. The throw. It's caught over the middle, and that one is Will Fuller again. He's up to the 48-yard line. First down now. As we see again, 3 wide receivers. Waller, Jacobs. And there's the throw. This is the Will Fuller drive apparently, as he just keeps catching these passes. That one on a slant. They come out in 2 tight ends again with Jacobs alongside him. Dalton this time will just give it off to Jacobs, and he's got a nice run for about 6 yards there up to the 35. Raiders really need a touchdown though. They can't afford to settle for field goals as we move into field goal range. 2nd and 4. Here's the play. Play action. Away from the blitz. Dalton will throw it, and that one's incomplete. He did have sort of in between 3 receivers there. A bit of an odd throw from Dalton. Bit of indecision on his behalf. Is now a big 3rd and 4. Need a conversion here from Dalton. He'll take the snap, and he will check it down to Jacobs, who is just short. It's going to be an interesting decision for the Raiders. But I think they will probably kick the field goal, and they do. Which means the Redskins have the ball again. And our defense needs a big stop as we see a short gain followed by a big gain. Already into Raiders territory go the Redskins. Now 2nd and 2, and they continue to convert. Can't allow anything more than a field goal here. 2nd and 3, they're marching straight down the field. Our defense just playing like a sieve. As now 2nd and goal, 5-yard gain, massive 3rd and goal, and it is a touchdown again to a tight end. They have been killing us all day with their tight ends, and that really should spell the end of the game as it becomes a 3-score game. Dalton with it all to do now. He does get a 20-yard pass off to Will Fuller. A short gain there, and then another Will Fuller who's had a massive day, it must be said. Just hasn't been quite good enough, unfortunately. Our defense has really let us down, and we can't afford that with our QB1 injured, as now we get to the 1-yard line. Almost a quick score from the Raiders though. Can they plunge it in? They can. Josh Jacobs, maybe a breath of hope, but our defense needs a stop, and that's been the problem all day as the Redskins come out now with another positive play straight away. A short run there. 3rd and 3, big play, and it's a minus run. Can the Raiders make this a 1-score game? Ooh, great punt from Tress Way. Gets it down at the 3, and so the Raiders have the whole length of the field to drive. Can Dalton provide some magic? 3rd and 1, and they get a first down. Under 4 minutes left. Dalton throws that one away. 3:45, 2nd and 10. Complete. Waller. He's got 3rd and 3, and that's a first down from Jonathan Allen on a 5-yard penalty. Ooh, did we miss a penalty or something there? As the Raiders somehow jumped all the way up to midfield, but a sack makes it 3rd and 14. And now it's 4th and 5, and you'd think the Raiders have to go for this one as we hit the 2-minute warning. Massive play. This could decide the fate of the game. The Raiders are going to kick it from 60 again. Daniel Carlson's 2nd attempt from 60 yards. It's a risky one. Carlson will kick it. And he will kick. No good. The Washington Redskins now should easily win this game as another questionable call by Francis, full of French people, gives the Redskins a chance to win this game. 4th and 2, they will get it and they will kneel, and the Redskins will win this game. Overall, a bit of an odd performance from the Raiders. Didn't play badly by any means. Our defense definitely didn't do too well, to be fair. And our kicking game, I'm not going to blame Carlson too much for missing 60-yarders, but it is a loss to start the Andy Dalton Raiders career.
The Cardinals finally getting the win column with a monster 4th quarter here, as we have 0 turnovers, the Vikings have 2. That's what we're going to need to rely on, as the time of possession's pretty split there. But let's see how we did here. Kyler with not a great game, but the passer rating's good, which is good enough for me. Kirk Cousins with 45.9 passer rating. 2 picks there for him. not a good day, and we did get 3 sacks on him. Let's see who got those later. Marlon Mack with a decent day there. We held Dalvin Cook to under 100, which is pretty good from what I can probably guess our defense does against most good running backs. The sacks here for Jalen Thompson, Arik Armstead and Bird Laws, and the interception. Jalen Thompson also got one of them, and Buda Baker, of course. Well, a week removed from our first win, we now lose again after Chris's bye week. And no turnovers here, but all of our points were in the fourth quarter, which is very worrying. We're already 21-0 down. And Robert Griffin III here is the Panthers quarterback, who had an almost perfect game against us. Outplayed Kyler Murray, which is concerning. Considering the ratings, I think RG3 is a 64 overall. Not a huge day from McCaffrey. Marlon Mack with another fumble. As you can see, Kenyon Drake gives us a touchdown. Worried about the running game there, but DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and Christian Kirk there with one of our touchdowns. Yeah, that's not great. RG3 should not be, well, at least at this point in his career, should not be the guy who is defeating us to take us down to 1-4. I thought this team was better.
So week 6 is in the books and we lose a heart-wrenching game to the Kansas City Chiefs, 41-38. You see the Chiefs scored 18 points in the final quarter as we led this game for almost all of it. Got slightly more yards than big day on offense, 491 passing yards, big day for Dalton. But 2 turnovers for the Raiders as well. We dive into the player stats and you could see it was a monster day for both Mahomes and Dalton. Dalton 491 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. Those 2 picks come in crucial there. You see running wise, David Johnson on the Chiefs now was the only one to run with any success at all, really. As our top runner was Jacobs for 3 for 8. So not a good day on the ground, but through the air, you can't ask for much more really, as Will Fuller gets 182 yards. He just goes mad, as well as Jacobs getting over 100 yards receiving. Waller gets 56, Renfro gets 54. He was on a breakout game, so I doubt he got it. And Keith gets 37 as well, so a massive day in terms of that. In terms of allowing sacks, both teams allowed 1. And who got those sacks? It was DeForest Buckner for us and Frank Clark for the Chiefs, and they also got 2 interceptions. So another disappointing loss for the Raiders, who are now 1-4. And honestly, through no fault of Dalton, the defense has been the problem in a lot of ways, and we really need to change that pretty quick. We do have some upgrades though to some of our drafted players. Nick is Moody and Dank Memes, despite sitting on the injury table, he will get an upgrade as well.
Thank God for another win against the Packers here, putting us to 2-4 on the season, so we're not completely out of this season. Aaron Rodgers is still the quarterback here, backed up by PJ Walker. I'd recommend putting him in after Rodgers has a game like this against our defense, which is, well, it's not too bad, so I shouldn't say that. Marlon Mack has an alright day, so does Kyler. Robbie Anderson with a nice day there. Jake Butt with the touchdown. I'm not seeing too much from Christian Kirk though, which I'm quite disappointed in. Would like to see more from him. Sacks though for Jordan Hicks, Chandler Jones, and that's it for us. We've allowed a few there. The interception here for Awuzie, who was our big free agent signing, so nice to see some production there from him.
Week 7 ends as most games have ended this season, apart from the one that we watched. You know, before this episode, I was feeling really positive about these Raiders. Thought we could make maybe even a playoff push this year and be a year ahead of what we were. But again, we lose in a very close game. Again, giving up more than 30 points. And again, it feels like a pretty bad day, and I might be struggling for my job if we carry on at this rate. Let's go into the player stats. We see that Lamar had an okay, decent day. Dalton had an okay, decent day, threw for a lot of yards. Rushing wise, Ingram went big time, 30 runs. for 117 yards, so they ran it a lot, as you expect from the Ravens. Josh Jacobs had an okay day, actually. Better rushing performance than we've seen from him in other games. It was a breakout game for him as well, so we'll see if he met that goal. Although it was for X Factor, so I highly doubt he did. Waller, again, nice day. Will Fuller, these two have been, you know, pretty steady and pretty good all throughout the year, so that's nice to see. Blocking wise, we give up some sacks. Joe Barrow and Trent Brown both giving up sacks. That's not good. Sacks for us, Hurst and Anzalone got one each. Did we get any turnovers? No, just Marlon Humphrey getting an interception. So it's another loss for the Raiders. We do have some upgrades though to some players. You can see here Darren Waller, Hunter Renfro, but perhaps most importantly Duncan Biscuits, who is a superstar who can now become 80 overall with this pass protector upgrade, and that will give him an ability, and we will see what that is. It is post up. They are guaranteed to win any double team block they are engaged in. That's actually quite, I mean, it's very useful if you're playing Madden, because often in the double blocks, you know, they get sort of shedded way too often than they should. So I'm not sure how good that is on a simulation game, but you know, every little helps, I suppose. To end this episode, I'm going to show you a big time trade that has just happened. We are trading away draft pick from a couple of years ago, Vangario, who was a blocking tight end that didn't really fit what we were going to do anyway, and we pick up Campbell from the Buffalo Bills. He is an 80 overall outside linebacker who I will show you the stats on right now, his ratings. Here he is. Devondre Campbell is a superstar pass coverage linebacker with unfakeable. Here are his ratings. They're pretty good. Very good tackle, good speed and acceleration, decent zone, not the best, good play rec and awareness, and I think he is going to fit what we need. And I think we did need something on defense. We needed something different, because at the moment it's just not working. And so I'm fine with trading a second. We've got 2 firsts. We had 2 seconds as well, so I'm fine. Obviously the 6th round I'm not too worried about either, so I'm still fine with the picks we've got. And I think we needed to pick up some talent, and I think Devondre Campbell is the talent that we needed, and I'm happy to pay him. You know, he's obviously very good, been in the league for a bit now. Was a 4th round pick. Interesting. He's got 2 years left on his contract, so we still have a decent amount of time for his contract. He'll probably stay for a bit, and I just think we need something. I need to save my job here, and he's going to start at one of these linebacker spots. And that is going to end the episode, so thank you for watching. You've seen a lot of losing between me and Nick today. Hopefully it will improve in the next episode, as now it's kind of a race to save our job rather than a race for the playoffs.